Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So in Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episodes 6 and 7, John and Dwight are looking for Sherry, and John ends up finding a letter from Sherry telling Dwight that she had killed someone and that she just doesn't want to be found anymore, and that she wants Dwight to stop looking for her because she's worried that he'll get killed trying to look for her, and that she wants him to move on from her and live his own life. And for a little while, John doesn't show Dwight the letter, but he eventually does. However, right now, it looks like John and Dwight are in trouble because they are really far away from the plane. And Luciana, Althea, June, and the kids are all by the plane right now. And they're about to get the plane ready to where it can fly, but they are really on a strict time limit because there is a power plant that is about to melt down. It's going to melt down in like 12 hours in their time, so that doesn't give them very long to get the plane working. That doesn't give John and Dwight very long to get back to them because they have no means of transportation. They don't have a vehicle or anything. So it looks like John and Dwight are in pretty serious trouble. And there's a sneak peek for episode 8, and it shows John and Dwight, and they're worried that they're not going to be able to make it in time. And John is talking to June on the radio that, hey, you know, if I die, you just live your life, just, you know, move on. And it seems like they're making a really big deal out of John and June's relationship. They keep talking about how they got lucky and how, you know, despite all odds, they found each other, and how they're so happy, and they're so happy. The show keeps bringing up John and June's romance. It keeps reminding us about John and June's romance. It keeps making that relevant. So I'm thinking that they're doing that because it's going to end in tragedy soon, and maybe it'll end in tragedy in episode 8. Who knows? Maybe John and Dwight will die. But I'm thinking that maybe June will die. Maybe June is the big death of episode 8. I mean, she's lasted a season and a half. I mean, I guess she's had a complete enough story arc. She was kind of hopeless and looking out for herself in season 4, but for the most part in season 5 she's been a better person. You know, she's someone that kind of has faith more and is more hopeful, and Althea was talking about Isabel and how she's not sure she'll ever see her again, and June kind of lifted her spirits up and made her feel better. And because I feel like they keep bringing up John and June's romance, and that it's going to end in tragedy, and plus it's episode 8, so usually in episode 8 there is a big event that happens, some big thing that gets the fans talking for the two month break, something that's like, oh, I can't believe that happened in episode 8, because you need to give the fans something to talk about during that 2-month break so that they'll be excited and pumped for episode 9. So I'm thinking that the big thing could be June dying. We haven't really had a death in the first 7 episodes of the season so far, so maybe this is the episode where there is a big death. Because I really don't think that John and Dwight are going to die. I mean, is it possible? Sure. I mean, if the writers want to film themselves taking a shit with a camera, you can't physically stop them from doing that. That doesn't mean that it's something that they should do, but if that's something that they're going to do no matter what, and you can't stop them from doing that, then yes, they can do it. Just like, yes, they can kill John and Dwight. That doesn't mean they should. That doesn't mean it's a good idea. But yes, is it physically possible for John and Dwight to die in episode 8? Yeah, sure. But I don't think it's going to happen. And at the very least, it would be a really stupid decision to kill those two characters. I don't even think one of them should die. Dwight's kind of a fan favorite from The Walking Dead. Fans of the character, including myself, waited over a year to see him again, ever since the ending of season 8 of The Walking Dead, which is a year and a half ago at this point. We've waited that long to see Dwight again, and he's only been in a handful of episodes so far in this season, and I still feel like he has a lot of potential, and we really haven't gotten resolution to the whole Sherry thing. I'm thinking that Dwight will stay on the show, and maybe in season 6 he will see Sherry again, because maybe the reason that we haven't seen Sherry yet is because the actress is unavailable to film. Maybe she's tied up in a contract with another series or something, and they're going to be bringing her back in season 6, maybe season 7 if the show goes that long. So I think that Dwight and Sherry will reunite. So Dwight really can't die until he sees Sherry again, just because they've built that up so much. If they just kill Dwight out of nowhere, it'd just kind of be like, what was the point of all that time spent with Sherry, about Sherry? Like, what was the time? What was the point of all those scenes where Dwight's thinking about Sherry and Dwight's talking about Sherry and Dwight's looking for Sherry? Just for Dwight to die in the middle of season 5, that seems really lame. So I don't think Dwight is dying. I still think he just has a lot of potential. He has a lot of growth. I think his story has just begun, and his journey on Fear the Walking Dead has just started, and he has a lot of growth and a lot of character development to go through before the writers should even consider killing him off. With John Dorie, no. No, like, why? Why kill him? He was the best part of the reboot. He was the best part of season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead. Garrett Dillahunt is awesome as John. John Dorie is just a badass. Everyone likes him. Even the people that hate Fear the Walking Dead, that just hate the shit out of Fear the Walking Dead. Even the people that just care about Dwight and Morgan because they're the Walking Dead characters. Even they like John Dorie. I mean, John Dorie is such a popular character. He's only been on the show for a season and a half. I still feel like like Dwight, he has a lot more potential left as a character. A lot of character development, a lot of growth left. So I don't think that he is going to die. I think that he is going to be safe and that he is going to live for at least a few more seasons and beyond, hopefully. I don't think he should be killed off for a good long while. Now, with June, that's kind of different. She's kind of expendable in a way. I mean, she's not a huge fan-favorited character. Yes, there's people that like her. I like her okay, but her death wouldn't ruin the show for me. I don't think her death would ruin the show for too many people. Yes, it might ruin the show for some people. I'm sure there's some people whose favorite character is June. I don't doubt that. But I'm thinking that she could still die. I'm thinking that maybe she could be the big death of episode 8, just because they keep making a big deal about John and June. John and June's romance. John and June found each other again. John and June got lucky. John and June are happy. They keep bringing that up in the show over and over and over again. And I'm thinking that that's for a reason. I think the writers want us to think that John and Dwight will die, but maybe John and Dwight don't die. Maybe they're the red herring, and June ends up being the big death of episode 8. I mean, wouldn't that be kind of a plot twist if June died in episode 8? But yeah, right now, I would say that there's a good chance that June could be the big death. She might be okay now, but maybe John and Dwight survive, and like I said, they're the red herring. And then June ends up being the big death. So maybe June ends up dying in episode 8. But as for Dwight and John, I'm not worried about them. I think they're going to be okay. But for June, however, I think that this could be the episode where she dies. This could be the episode where John and June's romance ends in tragedy and June gets killed, and that's the big death. And this is a part of what develops John Dorie as a character and sort of sets up his future storylines. And he's close to Dwight, so Dwight might step up and try to help John and comfort John. So that could be interesting. But on the Walking Dead franchise, a happy romance tends to get characters killed. I mean, if I had a penny for every time there's these two happy characters in a relationship in either The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead that ended with one or both of them dying, I would probably be a rich man, because it happens a lot. So right now, I am thinking that episode 8 is going to be the episode where June dies. However, John and Dwight, I think, are safe, at least for the time being. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 567 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!